This is kind of awkward because I know my sister's in the next room behind me and I don't know if she can hear me or not, but oh well. I'm trying to be a bit louder today as well after I got a comment saying I'm being a bit too quiet, so I need to be a bit louder, or I'll just up the volume when I edit it, I don't know. My face disappeared. Okay, it's actually so hot today. I've got this like small fan, this is like the only fan in the house, and I'm just holding it next to me just like this the whole time. So today I'm going to do a sort of, I don't know, book collection tour. I'm just going to show you about the different books I have. I have a mix of maths books, philosophy books, religion books, and like English literature classics. Those are my main interests, I guess, so I'll just show you through those, show you some of my favourites and all of that. So this first one is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Brontë, and I love the cover of this. It just makes me so happy. It's absolutely stunning, and it's got one of those bookmarks as well inside, and it's just such good quality. I got this one for my 16th birthday and I really like Jane Eyre, and I just love the case. It just makes me really happy. Jane Eyre is really good, by the way, you should read it. My next one is this smaller one, which is Frankenstein, and it looks normal, you know, just like a normal book, but then the real book slides out. It's so nice and small, and like look, it's silver pages on the inside. I love this one as well, not just the cover, I love the actual book as well. Just want to clarify. But yeah, I love this, and I love this cute protective case it comes in. Mary Shelley, Frankenstein, read that. I'm going to get on to this one now. It's one by Stephen Hawking and Leonard Mlodinow. It's called A Grand Design. I really like it because it's a cross between like philosophy and maths, which are my favourite two subjects, and it talks a lot about the philosophical implications of maths, like whether there was a creative designer. Obviously Stephen Hawking is a bit biased as he was known to be an atheist, but it's a really good book. I love this book. Read that one as well, Grand Design. One of my favourites. I really love the way like Stephen Hawking writes, like he actually writes like he's talking to you and he knows you, and you're just reading it and you feel like you're literally, I don't know, following his thought processes. He's got such a great way of writing and communicating, and I think that's part of what made him so popular. Yeah, love that one. Next one is Love and Math. I actually haven't finished reading this one yet. Well, it's math, isn't it? It should be maths. I actually haven't finished reading this one yet, but I've been quite enjoying this one. Again, it's about philosophy and maths and that sort of stuff, and it also talks about why people hate maths, why they really dislike it, and reading things like that was what started to change my mindset from hating maths to loving maths, so I'd really give it a read. I'd actually really recommend these books if you hate maths, weirdly, because I think that will really change your mindset on things. Next one is by Richard Dawkins. A bit of a hard hitter, this one. Richard Dawkins, to be honest, he's not my favourite person. Like, I tend to come at Christianity from, well, a Christian perspective. He comes at it from a very hard-hitting atheist one, and I do like the way he talks about some things, and some things I even agree with him on, but other things I'm just like, he's just getting a bit funny now. I don't know. I'm actually in the middle of reading this one as well. I'm saving my space with a Pokemon card. So I like reading it because even as a Christian, I think Christians should read this, because he just puts to bed a lot of common arguments people make in favour of Christianity and of God, and I think it's really useful for Christians as well to read this, because it helps them to make better arguments for the existence of God, if that makes sense. So I'd recommend reading this whether you're a Christian, whether you're an atheist, whether you're neither. It just presents some really interesting points. at least so far. Maybe I'll flip the page and I'll be like, oh. This next one looks like a completely normal Roald Dahl Matilda, yeah? Wrong. If you look. It's in Welsh. All of it, which is really cool. I'm using it because I'm learning Welsh and I'm using it to help me learn Welsh, but I thought I'd be able to read this like quite easily, but it's actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. But it's really useful to read things like that. Another suggestion I have is if you're learning, say, like French, Spanish, German, I'd say you should try playing a video game, because often video games will give you an option to play not in English but French, Spanish, German, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Those are like languages that are common for you to be able to play video games in, and that can be really good because you're having fun, but it's helping with your language vocab as well, so that is my tip. I've been playing Let's Go Eevee in French and it's been very interesting. My next book is, I keep going really wide. My next book is 30-second Philosophies, and as you can see it's got loads of tabs in it because these are all bits like, I don't know, I really like, find really interesting, stuff like this. And these are also bits I remember I was reading it was relevant to my RS A level, and it helps you to make some really good arguments in your RS A level essays, things like that. So if you're studying RS, GCSE, RS A level, maybe you're doing theology degree, philosophy degree, I definitely recommend getting this book because it will really help you with your essays. It will help you come up with counter arguments and arguments for, so yeah, read this one. But yes, do read it, it's got lovely artwork as well. My next one is this one, Pride and... I keep going white. Okay, my next one is this one, it's called Pride and Prejudice, which you may or may not know, by Jane Austen. This one's good. I actually haven't read as far as this one as well. Promise I have read these books. I'm about halfway through Pride and Prejudice. I really like it. I quite like this book cover as well, it's quite cute. Very nice, just... I don't know, just showing it off. The last one I'd like to show you is how to teach relativity to your dog. It's really good. If you like physics and you like dogs, then this is the greatest crossover event in history for you. Definitely read it. It's good. It talks a lot about relativity, but it talks about it all in relation to things that dogs like. Hold on, there we go. It talks a lot about relativity in relation to things about dogs, so let me find something. So as you can see, we're talking about space-time here. I'm using dogs as points of reference and things, and cats, and it's really good. It's really cute. Definitely read it. I think this is written in layman's terms as well, so you can read it even if you haven't got any experience with physics or you're just interested. So that's another one. So those are my main books I'm reading at the moment. I really like all of them. My favourite in terms of cover design is definitely this one. It's so pretty. Feels so nice to hold as well. You can just... I think it was bought off Amazon actually, so maybe have a look if you want your classics in beautiful covers. But yeah, I've been really enjoying all of them. They've been really good. Those are pretty much all the books that cover my interest. One's with language, one's with philosophy, theology, maths, physics. So yeah, I would recommend getting them. I'll put the names of the books in the description if you'd like to have a look for any of them yourself. They might be in a library or anything like that. But yeah, so happy summer reading, I guess, and I'll see you soon. Bye.